sonography for pregnant women. So they didn't know
Alright,
the
I
gender
just
of the
died,
baby until
so I'm
birth.
about to.
Yet, in a hospital in Bucharest, the capital city of Romania, one doctor had a 100% success rate of anticipating the gender of the child by looking at the pregnant mother's womb. In exchange for a certain amount of money, he would write the gender of the baby in a notebook along with the date and the mother's name. But he would write the opposite of what he would tell the mother without anybody checking. For instance, he would say, "You'll have a boy," and would write in the book, "Girl, September 7th, 1985, Elena Papascu." If Elena had a boy, she would admit that the doctor really had some strange powers. If she had a girl and went to confront the doctor, he would just pull out the notebook and say, "I never said you were going to have a boy. I even wrote here that it was going to be a girl." What is the cleverest scam?
Damn, this nigga smart as a bitch. Imagine they had videotaping then. Oh, his ass is fucked. Cause you know them bitches gonna be like, uh-uh, you clear. Uh, my water. I had to. Sorry, I just had to. Because it was about to pop this shit. Oh, look, wait a minute. I gotta be mad. Mutual 17 topic right here. If K-Man was autistic and dumb as okay, read me that. Tell me this. How did they know how to fuck? Jesus, God, what the hell have you been doing? But that means caveman is older than Jesus. Like his son. What the? Could you give me a better shotgun? That's fucking. And my heater just fucking turns off. And now I'm gonna wrap up like a little bitch. Pop my purse. Hold up. You know, hold up. What is in the fucking Slurpee? It's Spray Reactors and shit it on out the lobby, little bitch. Sorry for balling, but alright, I'm off of that 17. How do they know how to make produce? Like that's so weird, bro. Jesus, you was fucking caveman. Ew. Hold up. There might be a 50% chance that Jesus is God. Let's talk about that. Beam fucked. Alright, time to go get this kid on my day. Fucking. I read that little bitch at. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Shit. Oh shit, I'm stuck. This nigga ran. He wasn't know. Yeah, that's shit. Oh, a nigga shit on me. Pretty sure I did. Wait, thank you for the nigga. Rude, bitch. What the fuck is shooting at me now? Fuck nigga down. Bitch nigga over here. I'm genuinely fucking confused. Come here, little bitch. I should set it on him, bitch. I'm most definitely ranking on from this. And plus, they got no good guns, right? Like, their only good gun in this fucking game. I might wrap it up for Fortnite. I might. I don't know. Game wise. kind of serious, kind of mad. And they had none of them good shit. Except for the same gun. I'll take this. Nah, this shit messing. The rarity mess. Uh, 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 uh. I like how that kid breaks his sit down. I bet he fell off the zip line. And it did do that really makes you have no problem. Just let him die. Like telling him I was singing it. I'm dead. Right. The line. Why I like that POV? Because it's so I was in death. And shot his ass like how long? Oh, nigga, is it Christmas? No, Christmas. Oh shit, crap. Shit, no. Shit, if I chat, chat, you. I'm still gonna question when I go to heaven. When I die, I'm gonna go to heaven. I'm gonna go to heaven. I'm gonna go to Jesus and God and say, how did cavemen know how to produce people? Did they just automatically learn? Because you know they were stupid as
You have ever came across. Meet the doctor that could predict the gender of a child just by looking at the pregnant mother. Before 1989 in communist Romania, we didn't have sonography for pregnant women, so they didn't know the gender of the child before birth. Yet, in a hospital in Bucharest, the capital city of Romania, one doctor had a who was
what
your
the
real
fuck?
life superhero? When my mother died, everyone thought she had offed herself for some reason, but I knew the truth. A few days before that, her ex-boyfriend had been released from prison. He was constantly sending her threats and demanding she send him money or else he will hurt us. He was part of a dangerous gang, so these threats weren't fake. She would cry herself to sleep every night until one day, she never returned home from work. I just knew that her ex had done something to her, and I think my dad knew as well. On the day of the funeral, he looked me in the eye and asked, "Can you take care of yourself?" I nodded, and then he drove off in his car with a crowbar in his hand. Later that night, I discovered that my dad had driven straight to the ex-boyfriend's house. There were two other men in the house, but my dad was in the army and quickly dispatched him with a hit to the back of their head. Then, he put the ex-boyfriend in front of a camera and forced him to confess. The guy spoke about how he had tracked down my mother and rammed into her car with a pickup truck, and then finished the job after she refused to give him her banking information. As soon as he was done, my dad started beating him with his bare hands. I don't think I've ever seen him that angry and emotional. He only came home after he also finished the job, and although he waited for the cops to come arrest him, it never happened. I only found the video after he passed away from old age, but I always knew in my heart what he had done, and I still admire him in a way. Who is your real life superhero? When my mother died, everyone thought she had offed herself for some reason, but I knew the truth. A few days before that, her ex-boyfriend had been released from prison. He was constantly sending her threats, and what seemingly minor family situation did you realize was much darker as you got older? My mom's brother always found ways to get too close and touched me inappropriately. One night at a family Thanksgiving dinner, my uncle's hand went somewhere it shouldn't have, and I literally jumped out of my chair. My dad was the only one who noticed, and instantly had his eyes locked on me, then on him, and his expression darkened in a way I'd never seen before. That night, after everyone had gone to bed, my dad cornered my uncle. At first, my uncle tried to talk his way out of it, denying everything. When my dad insisted he saw what happened, my uncle shrugged it off with a smirk, as if he thought it was all just a misunderstanding. That's when my dad lost it. He threw the first punch, then another, and another. One hit shattered the bone below my uncle's eye, leaving it sagging grotesquely. My uncle screamed, and my mom came running, absolutely horrified by the scene. My parents' marriage didn't survive. Mom was furious, not at my uncle, but at my dad, claiming it was just a big accident and he had overreacted. She defended her brother, insisting there were better ways to handle it. They divorced within months, and I stayed with my mom. When I was younger, my mom made me believe my dad was crazy, that he overreacted and went too far. But as I got older, I realized he was just protecting me, and now we have a close relationship. And my uncle's eye, it's still hanging to this day. What seemingly minor family tattoo artists? What's the most emotional request for a tattoo you have ever gotten? A woman walked in with the most hideous drawing of what looked like a butterfly and asked me to tattoo it. When I showed it to my coworker, we both snickered at how messy and childish it looked. He muttered, "Yikes," under his breath, and I couldn't help but agree. Trying not to laugh, I told her we could clean it up and make it look better, something she wouldn't regret later. She immediately shook her head and with tears welling up pleaded, "No, please don't change it." She said that it was in memory of her 4-year-old daughter, who had passed away 6 months ago when her father had got out of prison, came home and unalived the 4-year-old girl, and got arrested again on the same day. The monarch butterfly was a drawing her daughter had done for her the day before, and it was the last positive memory of her baby. She wept as she told me, and I felt so bad for asking and laughing at the drawing in the first place. I ended up hugging her on her way out, and she told me that she felt her daughter's presence in the room while I was tattooing her. I never asked anyone their reason for getting a tattoo after that ever again. Tattoo artists. What was the most gut-wrenching thing your parents did to you? My parents were workaholics who had a knack for neglecting their unwanted child, me. They had started a business together, and that business was their life. My birthdays were often spent without my parents, as they would just give me some money and tell me to go out and buy whatever I wanted. But what would a 10